This video explains how to use the bulk add functionality in PNPSCADA. Let's say I have this spreadsheet of meters that I want to create on PNPSCADA. These are Ulster A1140s connected to COCUS modems. I have the SIM number, phone number, meter serial, and customer name. I need to create all my SIMs in bulk. Then once that is done, I'll move on to the modems and then the meters. You can unfortunately only bulk add one type of entity per upload. So I start with SIMs. I go to Tools, Bulk Add Entities from Upload. Under point 1 you'll find an option to generate the CSV file for upload. I follow this link and then in the drop-down I choose SIM card, and click Submit. I am now given a link to download the CSV file. I download this CSV file and open it in Excel. If your Excel does not open the CSV file correctly, you can look at this article on the wiki. CSV files won't open correctly in Excel. Alternatively, you can download LibreOffice for free, which has better support for spreadsheets in CSV format. After opening the CSV file correctly, you should now have these columns. The columns in square brackets are the ones that are typically filled in. If the values that you want to set are not in the Add dialog, and thus not in this file, you can set those in the next step under Tools, Bulk Edit. It is important to keep all the columns that are there. The first column will always be Add var class. This signifies the type of entity to create. If you have more than 10 entities to add, you can just duplicate the last line as many times as you need. Before adding anything to this file, I like to set all columns to type text. If you don't do this, then the SIM number will not save the full value and the cell number will lose the leading plus. I copy the SIM number under SIM and the phone number under phone, replacing the square brackets. Remember to save. Back in PNPSCADA, I click on Back to Bulk Add. I attach the CSV file and click Upload CSV. You should now get a line for each row in the CSV file. If it gives a new entity created with an ID, then you know it worked. If it did not work, a likely error message is given for that row. Next, I follow these same steps for adding the modem. Before we do that, let's take a look at entities. Entities are the building blocks with which you build up your portfolio. Every entity has a key 1, a key 2, a class, and an EID. In the case of a SIM card, the key 1 is the SIM number, and the key 2 is the cell number. In the case of a meter, the key 1 is the serial and the key 2 is the user-defined name of the meter. The class also has a number, so for SIM this is 102 and for an Ulster A1140 meter this is 107. You can get the EID by hovering your mouse over the key 1 in the overview screen. Alternatively, you can find all your entities' EID by going to Reports, Various, All Entities, and in the last column labeled EID, it lists the EID of each entity. Back to adding the modem, go to Tools, Bulk Add Entities from Upload and click the link. This time we choose COCUS Ulster modem and submit. Download the CSV and open in Excel. Convert all columns to type text. You will now see some columns, starting with P31. This is the link from the modem to the SIM. P31 num is the number of SIMs this modem connects to, which should always be 1. P31 num 0 is the SIM it links to. Don't worry about the 31. It is a value used internally and you don't need to remember what it stands for. You will notice that there is additional information in this heading. That is because what bulk add actually need here is the SIM's EID. But working with EID is difficult, so we have a lookup function to convert from the SIM number or cell number to the EID. In this case, the $EID in the heading is telling bulk add to look for another entity with class 102, which is SIMs, and a SIM number of ... And then the SIM number is specified in this column. So the lookup function will look in the database for a SIM with the specified SIM number, and then return that EID in this column. Now we paste the SIM numbers into this column, and put the names under the M-name column. Remember to save. Back in PNPSCADA we return to bulk add and attach the file and click Upload CSV. Again we check that the creates worked. Finally, to upload the Elster A1140 meter we go to Tools, Bulk Add Entities from Upload and click the link. Choose Elster A1140 and submit. Now it asks which communication device we want to connect to. Unfortunately, if you have different types of communication devices, you will have to make an upload batch for each type. In this case, we choose COCUS and submit. You have an option on this screen to choose with which value you want to link the modem. Choosing Entity ID next to COCUS means you will need to specify the EID of the modem in the modem column. Choosing Key 1, SIM number, means you need to specify the Key 1 of the COCUS modem, called SIM number. Take note that even though COCUS modem calls its Key 1, SIM number, it actually puts the word SIM : in front of the SIM. You will have to do the same when specifying the SIM number for the modem. Key 2 allows you to link the modem by using the modem's user-defined name. Take note that this is unfortunately not unique, meaning that you can technically have two modems on the system with the exact same name. If the lookup function finds two entities that match the search criteria, it will fail and this row will not be processed. So when using the user-defined name to link the modem, can be risky. Note also that for both Key 1 and Key 2 you have no class options. This allows to search over multiple types of modems, not just COCUS modems. This again can unfortunately find duplicates which will then fail the row. Also for Key 2 there is an option for contains, meaning only a part of the user-defined name can be specified. This is useful in cases where each metering point is given a unique code that is part of the modem name. You can also test if the data you want to specify in the CSV for this column will return the expected value. So we set to search, by Key 1, SIM number, and paste the SIM number into the test, and click Test. We see that it fails. This is because the COCUS modem actually has SIM : in front of the SIM number, so we add that and click Test again. This time it works. Now download the CSV and open in Excel. Set all columns to type text. Paste the SIM number under the P4num0 column. And put SIM : in front. In LibreOffice you can do this by going to Edit, Find and Replace. Enable regular expressions and find acute circumflex, dot. Under Replace put SIM : and click Replace All. In Excel you can copy the SIM numbers into an open space, then copy the first one into the cell next to it, and add the text, SIM : Then under the Data tab click Flash Fill. And then copy this data to the P4 column. We paste the serials under S number column. The name under the M name column. Under the passwd column it is asking for the meter's password. If you want to use the default password for that meter, just leave the column blank. You can fill in the other columns too if you want, like full load is breaker size. CT-prim is the primary or first part of the CT value. CT-sec is the secondary part of the CT value. Same with VT-prim and sec. Primary M is primary metering and requires a Y or N. Wires is the number of wires connected, either 3 or 4. Com date is the commissioning date in the format of 4-digit year, 2-digit month, 2-digit day. Excel loves to mess up this format of dates, and then the bulk add does not work. Please make sure that the date is in that exact format before uploading. MDID is the multidrop ID. If you did not set the cell format to text, Excel might have thrown away the leading zeros. So please put them back before uploading. Remember to save. Before uploading, you can actually open a CSV file with a text editor like Notepad. It looks a bit messy, but it's basically all the columns separated by commas. We make sure that the date format is correct and the leading zeros are intact one last time before uploading. Okay, now we upload. And it looks like it worked. You now know how to bulk add. Thanks for watching this video.